friends, welcome back to Making Decisions. This is the show where design decisions need to be made, and you guys are going to make all of them. You guys are going to be the art director, you're going to tell me what colors to use, what shapes to use, where things go, what to do, all of that. My name is Jess Goldsmith, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today. We are going to be making some custom coloring pages. My friend Jess Miller, I don't think she's watching, but shout out to Jess if you are, recently came out with a coloring book, and I've been having such a blast with it, and it got me thinking maybe I can make my own pages, print them out, color them in. So we're gonna do that in Adobe Illustrator. Then we're actually gonna fill them in Adobe Illustrator so that we can take them to Adobe Express and animate them. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal where we're gonna be making these coloring pages, and then we'll also have some like animated graphics to play around in. So let's just hop on over to Adobe Illustrator. Okay. So this is what I have so far. Some fun little quotes. Being alive is the special occasion. If you can't do it for yourself, do it out of spite. Personal motto. Stop taking directions from people who have never been to places you want to go. Great advice. And then we have 3 of them over here. We have, I'm going to give myself everything I want. There is no riskier risk than not taking any risk at all. And the universe is not on a budget. Ask for more. I would love to get a poll up to see which one we want to use. So I could do 1, 2, or 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. And you guys can decide which one we were going to start with. And then I also have a couple of fonts picked out that I think would be great for a coloring book. The ones that I used over here are my own fonts that I don't have on this computer, and they are outlined. So I can't use them again right now. But I do think that these are great. We have alphabet soup, all around gothic, corkboard, and soap. So I'm just gonna start off, by making a border. If you remember last week, we did something that started off a little bit similar. It was a vintage baseball card templated type of thing that ended up being a Year of the Horse card. And I want to have some of that geometric feel in this one too. It would look a little bit like this with the frame and the lines and things like that, but let's just start getting into it. Start off with a rectangle, and everything's going to be in a 2-point stroke. And I'm gonna round off the corners a bit, make sure everything's centered. Now that I have that selected, I'm gonna go to Object, Path, Offset Path, and it's gonna be a -0.15. So we're starting to build that in already. And I'm thinking, well, I guess I have to figure out which quote I want to use, but we can, maybe I can hold off a little bit. I think I would like to do the theme as flowers and floral, and with that I'm going to use the star tool. Make the star pretty big for this one, and because the star tool is a live shape, we can just bloop, bring that in and play around with the corners, and this is one of my favorite tools ever. I'm going to duplicate this and turn up the amount of petals on there. Now I can also change these corners, I think. Oops, there we go. Zoom out, make this smaller. I'm gonna kind of like layer these on top of each other. Uh-oh. Just these two, not the outline. And let's maybe add an extra petal on there and make that a little bigger and bring that in. Okay, great. I'm gonna add a circle in the middle, and there's gonna just be like a lot of repetitive movements in this. Let me move this frame to the side because every time I go to select things, it's just going to be selected, and I don't really want that. I want to just make a bunch of flowers first in peace. Let's bring that in. Okay, great. Group that, and let's make another one. This one may be more like a daisy-ish, perhaps. Or I don't know what, yeah, that kind of looks like a daisy to me. Maybe like rounder petals. Hey, Clever Devil, nice to see ya. Like a circle in the middle. And we'll do object, path, offset path, and it's a negative again. And we got that. Great. Let's try this. I'm going to create a petal using the Eclipse tool, and I'm just going to double click here to give it that sharper point. While that's selected, I'm going to go to Object, Repeat, Radial. Eee, how fun! And bring these all in together. And let me give that a fill. Isn't that so pretty? And what's cool about this is like any one of these that I edit, it'll edit all of them. It's such a fun tool. So it's similar to the star tool in that I can go up and down, whatever, and anything that I edit on one, it edits on another. Yeah, it's a good time. And let's do, oh, that's cool, but hold on. I think what I want to do actually is grab that star tool again, right in the middle. Then grab it again, bring these in. Okay, cool. So we're cooking. We are cooking, and it's looking good. Let's put the stroke on the outside so we have more room to color in. As I was creating the other coloring pages, I had to keep reminding myself that it's not so much about, like obviously it's about what it looks like, but there needs to be enough space for somebody to color in the pages or color in the lines, because if it were to be a coloring book, which I think I'm going to print out for myself, yeah, it needs to make sense. It needs to work. Okay, so we have these 3 flowers. Oops. And now I want to do some leaves. So let's use the ellipse tool again. And I'm going to add a point to the top and to the bottom and just elongate it a bit. I'm going to go to Effect, Distort and Transform, Zigzag. Turn down the size just a little bit. Keep it at absolute and smooth. Okay, cool. I like that. Because I like this shape, and if I kind of like turn it, oh, I guess it stays if it turns. I'm going to duplicate this. Object, expand appearance. So now it exists on a path, but it doesn't have like that outline of what the distortion is, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm going to add a line going through, and I want it to have a little bit of a bend. Go here, that goes there, great. And now with my pencil tool, I'm just going to make some, I guess, V shapes, and then refine those after. Make sure that it's on the line. And select everything and grab my shape builder tool and hit the Option key as I want to get rid of these extra lines all around. Now we have a leaf, yay. I'm gonna group that together. And let's turn this to the side, make it a little smaller. And oh, you know what? We need to make sure that everything has a white fill on it. And bring this to the front. And take the fill off of that. Do you feel like the pencil tool adds too many points? Sometimes. It depends. Like, if I want to, I don't really like using the pencil tool. I've talked about it a lot. I use the curvature tool, but for something like that. So like, if I wanted to draw a heart, let's say, like that, that's a lot of extra points, because I can just kind of go 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, why isn't that not, oh no, I don't know why that's not closing. There we go. But then, so, I don't know, sometimes I want to do it freehand, similar to what I did here, and I can just kind of hit simplify, and it takes away what I don't need, and then I could delete it on my own as well. So I don't mind all the time that it has so many extra points. Like, it doesn't bother me as much as it does when sometimes you'll use the eraser tool and that'll add like a million points for some reason when you go to erase something. I don't know why it does that. I miss when such videos were on Behance. I'm sorry, I don't have control over it. I have zero control over the situation, but I'm happy that you came to YouTube to see me hang out. Or to hang out with me, not to see me hang out. Okay, so we have these two flowers. Oh, let's get rid of that. All right, so we have these flowers, and I'm gonna choose the quote myself. And let's go with, there's no riskier risk than not taking a risk at all. And I am going to choose the font called Soap. So there is no riskier risk. Center the text. Great. And I think what I want to do in here is create a box around it. I'll send that to the back. Whoops. Send this box all the way to the back. Bump that stroke up to 2, round the corners, and cool. What I want to do also, I'm going to bump this up, but I think it might make sense to outline the text. I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to wait on outlining the text actually. Let's put this in the middle, back where it came from, and we're going to do the same thing to this. Object path, offset path. Great. I'm going to send this down quite a bit, and I'm going to create an ellipse over here. Actually, maybe this should go up a little. Maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. On 8 Productions, hello, nice to see ya. Let's duplicate this text and then outline it. And then I'm going to put the stroke towards the outside and make it a drop smaller. And then I want to add a little drop shadow here. So I'm just going to duplicate that again and nudge it a little bit, fill it with black, and send it back. Hi, Nate. Can I increase my volume? Let me know how that is, and I am going to try to talk directly into the mic, hopefully. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how that is. Appreciate the call out. I was having some trouble with my mic right before we got on, so not super surprised there. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this text, and where is my Pathfinder? Join everything together. And now I'm going to go to object. You know what? This is a mess. Let's move everything over. Thanks, Idara. Object, path, offset path. Instead of inner, I want outer. Cool. And now I'm going to, I want to get rid of what's inside. We're going to keep this. Keep this. Yep. And I'm just joining the individual letters to the words so that I can give it a background. Yesterday Ryan was on mute. Yeah, I've done that before too, and it's always embarrassing every time I do it. You would think that I've been doing this for a while, that I would know to have my mic on, but sometimes you just don't know what's going on. Lola love letters, just to say I love messy artboards. Me too. But when I'm trying to give you guys a tutorial and show you what to do, it's like crazy to have so many things overlapped on top of each other that you can't even tell what's going on. I'm like, oh, I don't think this is actually helpful. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like instead of floral, maybe the background should be like cards, poker, you know? Because like risk, gamble. I'm not really a gambler, but I do enjoy the aesthetic of gambling, if that makes sense. And I'm also realizing I'm really like off the rails with the theme. One of floral and two of vintage card, but whatever, you know, that's just kind of how it goes around here. So I'm gonna create a card. I don't know, I guess a small one like that. Let's zoom in. Whoop, not that. And object, path, offset path. Let's make that a little smaller. And let's make it an ace card, and I want to change it to something like classic, like that actually works perfectly. Ace of hearts. And I have here, where are my libraries? I have library, oh, there they go. Elements. I have like elements that I use. Why is this not showing up? Okay, elements that I use a lot in my work. I have them individually here, so I'm going to grab this part, copy it, close it back out, paste it. It's gonna be huge. Make it really tiny. We'll do ace of hearts, and there we go. We'll do ace. We'll do the easy cards. King. Then I'll do spades by flipping that, making it a little smaller, and then adding the stem to it. So let's add the stem by doing like a thin rectangle. Oh, you know what? Not a thin rectangle. Let's do a thin line. And then with the width tool, we could just go like that. And then I'm gonna go to Object, Expand Appearance, Object, Path, Outline Stroke. And now join these together. That's a spade, right? I don't know. Sure, why not? Oh, I guess, oh, I was like, oh, it should be red, but then I realized that this is for a coloring book. And then we'll do, I don't know, I like the number 8. We'll do 8 of diamonds. And I know, like, okay, I should have 8 diamonds on there, but I'm just not doing that. So I'm just gonna have like the diamond on each, oops, on each one. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's bring this in. Great. Do you guys have a favorite number? Not to be confused with the lucky number, just a favorite one. Maybe I will do 8 of them on here. Or maybe the number goes up top, right? Anyway, my favorite number is 8. It's not necessarily a lucky number, it just is a number that I like. Not exactly even, but you know, for the sake of time, I always say for the sake of time, and then I end up fixing it because I can't not. Group that together, and then let's do a queen. Queen of diamonds. Here. Outline that. Group this together. Outline that. Group it together. Okay. Oh, I wanted to do 7 of hearts? Sure. Let's grab the heart. I don't have any clubs because I'm not in the mood to make clubs. That's really just what it comes down to. Oops. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do they figure out the patterns on this? That's what I want to know. Is it made up? Possibly. All right. So we have all these cards here. Great. Woo! Group, make sure everything's grouped together. Okay. Woo! I do want to, let's make sure that these are up top. So arrange, bring to front, and now I'll just start throwing the cards in there behind. Duplicate some of them. Here, that overlap. Okay. I think that looks all right. Let's turn that. Okay. So we have this, and I think that we can add maybe like some stars around. I'm just gonna copy and paste from the ones that I had there. And I'm gonna hold down Option and just drag to put the stars where they need to be. Or wherever I want them to be. Make this one a little smaller to fit. You just have a lot of them scattered throughout. Also, like, use them to cover up awkward spacing. I could go right there. Whoops, that one left with us. Whoopsie. Okay, cool. Well, I think that's a pretty cool coloring page. And how are we on time? Cool. I think now what I would like to do is color it in. What I would do if this was just a coloring page is print it out and then use pencils, markers, whatever. But we're in Adobe Illustrator, baby. So I am going to first start with, I'll start with the stars. Select all the stars and make those all one color. I also, you know what, I want to challenge myself to only use like 4 colors in this. So I'm gonna try that, not including black and white. So let's go. Blue here, and we can make this background blue, or this blue. Oops. And then this could be, that could be white. And then obviously red for the hearts. And because I'm going to be bringing this into Express, I kind of actually do need to color in the pieces that aren't showing. Oops. But no problem. And for just, you know what? No, we'll color that in black, but we will make the outline of this red. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Man, something's happening that I don't want to happen. There we go. Selected the correct thing. I don't know if you guys remember a couple of weeks ago I was using the paint bucket tool and nothing was working and I didn't know what to do. It was rough. But we got through. We got through it. Just select all of these pieces, and I know this is like a little bit tedious, but it's all part of it. It's all gotta happen. Are diamonds red or black? I'm gonna make them black. I don't know if they are. No, I'm pretty sure they're red now that I see them filled in. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Select these. I can already envision how cool this is going to look in Express, so I am very excited for that part of this creative journey. Hearts and diamonds are red. Yes, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. Okay. We have the background pretty much done. I think I want this part of the background to be green. Like it's a poker table, you know? Maybe this could be green too. And then these can all be red or yellow. I think red. I like this. I'm very happy with how this is coming about. There's so many points on here. I'm not going to simplify it. I'm just gonna leave it as is. But that's crazy. Okay. I like how this looks. I think it's really cute. Let me get rid of these flowers since we are not going to be using them. Now, to bring them into Express, I need to grab all of the individual pieces by themselves. So we need the frame. You know what? Let me create a library. That's the easiest way to do it. Oops. Create new library. Let's just name it Express 1 or Express Cards. I don't know. Create. I'm going to grab this whole thing and throw it in there. Now I'm going to grab the individual cards. So we have, whoops. So we have the 7, we have the king, the ace, whoops. What's that? Oh, we have that 7 there already. Whoops. The 8, the queen, the ace. Oh, wait. I think we can get rid of that. Oh, oh no. Ah, something's happening. Delete. I'm just gonna put that down. And I can also delete this because I need to fix that. Delete. Where's the king? Okay. We want this background. Yeah. That background. And then, okay. Do we want the words individually? I think we do. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this, and then I'm going to hit Control, ungroup, and see. Okay, we have to ungroup again. Ungroup. Okay. Individually group each word. Group. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. This is so tedious. Then I have to put each individual one in there. What? Okay. There is no riskier risk than not taking any risk at all. Woo, okay, that was challenging. I'm going to grab a big star and a small star. Okay, so now we have this library. Great. I'm going to move over to Adobe Express. Give me 1 second. Okay. Woo! We made it to Express. Oh, we got time. I'm going to my stuff. I'm going to libraries. And look at that. All of the things that I just created are in here. So now I'm just going to start to build out what I made. And I will have to resize the things, but that's all right. Maybe I could just quickly add everything in. No, I can't. Okay, well. Can I move? Use as brand? No, I don't think I want to use it as a brand. Okay, I'm just clicking through to make sure that everything is on the board. And I think I lost that last star, but that's all right. No biggie. Let's make everything much bigger. Cool. And I'm gonna bring, oh, you know what? No. Let's move. Oh, that became too big. Let's grab these, make them a little smaller. Put them up here. And this middle square can just go right in the middle. Move the star over. And now we can start putting everything where it's supposed to be. This is a very tedious task, I will say. Make this smaller. Okay. There is no riskier risk than not taking any risk at all, which, by the way, I agree with. Do you want to live with the pain of staying the same or live with the pain of working hard? It's really what it all comes down to, huh? That is life. Group this. Oh no, I don't want to group anything because I want to individually animate all the pieces, because that is going to be fun. Middle, horizontal. Okay, great. I'm going to select all of this and make it a little bigger. Woo, okay. Now I can start moving these cards around, and they'll just be, they're not going to be exactly how I had them up on there, but that is okay. Did I not grab, oops, let me go get the queen real quick. Doesn't look like I had that in there. Also, if you forget it in your library, you could just copy and paste directly from Illustrator, which is pretty amazing. And I think that's a little bit too big, so and send that, whoops, send that back. Turn that around. Okay, and now we got the stars. And we can just drop these anywhere. Okay, so that was tedious, but you know what? We got there. We got it done. And with time to spare. Do some more stars. Maybe. Oops. Maybe we make that a little smaller. Maybe this gets a little smaller. I don't know, I don't remember how it fit. I could have copied and pasted the entire image onto here, but figuring it out in the moment seems about right. When you guys go into a workflow, and I mean for personal work, not for client work, do you go in with a plan, or are you just like, I'm just here to have fun and figure it out along the way? So that's how I work when I'm working for fun and not doing client work, and I love it. I love doing that. I'm grouping these together now so I can align them properly. Group, group, group. And now position, center. Oh, that feels so much better, right? There we go. Now, group, ungroup. Okay. Whew, all right, so there are a few things that we could do here. I can just go to, I could just select everything and go to animation and animate all and see what happens. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh no. Animation, loop, bounce. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, too many things happening at once, so I am gonna undo all that. Animation, none. Woo! Let's bring things in. So I think it should start with the background just being in, and then the cards can pop in. So we'll have some of them slide, and I want no fade, and I want it to start at the outside of the page. So we'll do that for the king, the queen, the 8, and this one. That's whatever over here, and I will have that slide in from the top. I want this to. Do I want it to tumble? Bungee, rise, maybe pop. Have that pop in. This one pop in, that one pop in. Let's see what that looks like. Oops. And then the 7. Ted, my favorite LinkedIn influencer. You're so funny. I haven't been on LinkedIn in a very long time, but thank you for remembering that I was big on LinkedIn for about 2 seconds. Okay. Start from outside page. Cool. Okay. So we're hitting this, goes in. Then I want this to pop in. So we'll do pop. Longer duration. We'll do it loud. And we're going to show timing, all layers, and I want that to come in afterwards. So, cool. And then we're going to have all of these. I think I might have made a mistake, and I probably should have brought them in, not individually, but whatever. We're going to have these pop in as well. Intensity, really intense, and we'll have that come in after here. Okay, let's see how this looks. Nope, that did not look good. Let's go back. Go back to the drawing board. What went wrong here? Oh, okay, you know what? That's actually not bad. So maybe the cards need to come in a little later. And maybe this card in particular, so this card? Whoops. Okay. How are we here? Move this in. And then this comes in. I'm going to select all of these. Hold on, let's do none, none, make sure that these all are at a none. Okay, in none. Great. I'm going to group it. Whoops. Oh no. None. Group. Why is that not working? Group. Group. Okay. Then this can come in, and we will have it come in as a pop. Okay, let's start from the beginning. From the top. Okay, cool. Something's going on with the queen though. That needs to move in here. Ah, cool, okay. Then I want these loop, yo-yo, bob, wiggle, breathe, spin, maybe a slight bob, low intensity, slower speed, much slower speed. Okay, cool. These stars are going to come in last. So we're gonna grab these all together. Yeah, I guess what I could have done is started out with grouping everything together, but you know, why make life easy? In, we will have them shrink. Ooh, that looks cool. No, make that quicker, energetic, and then loop, we can have them pulse. Okay, what if they are individually pulsing? Pulse, and then pulse, but the speed is lower, and then pulse, but the speed is higher and the intensity is higher. And then just like a handful of them will be normal, regular pulse. Cool. I think this is coming out really awesome. Okay, I'm happy with this. Very tedious work, I won't lie, but I think it's worth it. Speed, intensity, strong. Pulse, pulse. Does this one have it yet? That one has it. Pulse. Okay. Let's see. That's really great. I'm going to turn the intensity up on a few of them. Do energetic here, and I don't know if this one has, yeah, that one didn't have anything. When would you use the appearance panel to offset? I can go back to Illustrator and show you. We only have 5 minutes, but let me finish this, and if we have time, I will. And if not, feel free to DM me. I am pretty responsive on Instagram. Although I do have to say, somebody DM'd me and was like very rude. They were just like, give me advice. And I was, you can introduce yourself first, just so I know who you are. Okay. Woohoo! Okay, I feel really good about this. Let's go back to Illustrator real quick so I can show you the offset in the appearance panel. Okay. So let's say it's just live text. Oops. And I'm going to change this to that font. Well, you know what? We can leave it as Lorem Ipsum. Let me make sure my appearance panel is up. Great. What I'm going to do is take off all of the color and all of the fill and then add it back in from the appearance panel. So the fill will be white, the stroke, and I'll bring that back down and bump it up. Okay. So if I want to continue adding like a stroke around everything to give it like that vibey, Ted's about to be in my DMs, give me advice right now. They didn't even say please, by the way. And if you're watching, well, now's your chance to rectify it. I don't think that they're watching. Okay, so I'm gonna select stroke. Oh, why isn't this? Okay, I'm gonna select stroke and I'm going to hit the duplicate selected item and I'm going to change the color so you can see what I'm doing. Let's change it to pink. Oh wait, no, this is not what I wanted to do. Ah, I'm so sorry. Go back, ignore what I said. Duplicate this, stroke, and I am going to change the color to pink so you can see what I'm doing. Effects, and we're gonna go to, is it path, offset path. And it's really just the same thing. So I can make this huge if I want. I can do 2, and that's massive. And then you would wanna do the same thing with the fill, assuming. You could do like 0.5. And then add a fill. Duplicate this and then grab the offset and put it in there. Does that answer the question? It's hard for me to do that in just like 2 minutes, but I can kind of explain it again with what we have. So we have this, we have the stroke. This one actually we can delete. So the stroke here. So it's almost like adding a stroke around a stroke. So I'm going to duplicate this and I will change this to black. So I guess like a way of going about it would be like I can just bump this up and now we have this line. But if I didn't want to do that, and there are reasons why you wouldn't want to do that, you go to path, offset path, apply new effect, and there it goes. It's already offset, so we're adding the offset again. And then you can take that stroke and you can go distort and transform, and like bump that a little, bump this a little. And you could see now I'm creating this shadow. Obviously it's not filled, but if I filled it in, then I can have like that really cool long shadow. I am giving a workshop on this at Creative South in a few weeks, DM me. But yes, time is up. Thanks, Clever Devil. And I hope to see you guys next week. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to, hold on one second. Don't forget to subscribe to Adobe's YouTube channel, Adobe Live. This has been Making Decisions. My name is Jess Goldsmith. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making decisions with me. And I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you.